Sales prospecting for B2B sales and business development. This is a topic I'm incredibly passionate and knowledgeable about because when I first started in sales, I had a tough time. I did not know how to prospect effectively, and as a result, I was not very successful. It wasn't until I truly doubled down on mastering all things prospecting, all things pipeline generation, all things top of the funnel activity, that's when I started finding lasting success month after month, quarter after quarter. That's when I tripled my income, going from an SDR making 50 grand a year to fast forward to today, 2.5 years later, making over 131 grand as an account executive. I'm gonna share with you guys my industry secrets. So as a commitment to yourself, make sure to stick around to the end of the video. There's really 3 key areas that we can go prospect in as salespeople: cold calling, emailing, and using LinkedIn. I'm gonna unpack what each of these 3 mean and how I approach each of them and share with you my exact secrets and how I approach it so that you can begin using these tricks, tips, and habits to begin blowing up your pipeline today. They say, happy pipeline, happy life. You need to be able to identify your dream customers. Even if you're the best salesperson in the world, if you can't go identify your customers and get them to agree to meet with you, you're never gonna find lasting success because you need to constantly be generating pipeline. If you're in sales and you're looking forward to hearing these tricks, make sure to smash the like button below and subscribe to this channel. This is day 66 in a row of making a new video for this channel. Sales related content. I'm in sales. I wanna help you. And we actually just hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel. So thank you guys so much for the support. We did a 1,000 subscriber giveaway earlier in the week. And at the end of this video, I'm gonna be Venmoing 2 of you guys $25. 2 people actually guessed the number between 0 and 10,000. So stick around for that as well. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's unpack number 1, cold calling. Cold calling, guys, is an art and it's skill. It's beautiful. I have an entire playlist, cold calling strategies, dedicated to this. So make sure to check that out if you want to hear more about opening lines, how to find more success, my talk track, my cadence, how I approach it, my actual script. But cold calling is really effective because if you want something, you need to ask for it. And making a cold call is the most direct way into a prospect's mind. And getting that verbal agreement via phone, it's just such a stronger commitment than it would be otherwise not knowing them, because when you can actually put that audio in someone's ear and talk to them directly, that's really gonna be impactful. And let me share with you guys the tools I use in my job. I get a lot of questions saying, Trent, what sales tools do you use in your job to help you leverage your efforts and really scale what you're doing? Let me share with you what I use, and let me preface it by saying my company, Qualtrics, is incredibly advanced and robust in our go-to-market strategy. So they really enable us as salespeople with everything we need. So you may not be as fortunate, but just know that there are workarounds, and just know that these prospecting strategies are going to be framed in the light of a lot of these tools that I rely on. So as I frame this in the light of cold calling, emailing, and using LinkedIn, just so you know, the top prospecting tools I use in my sales job as an account executive, and I use these throughout my career as an SDR, and I believe them to be essential. And if you think about companies to invest in, you want to invest in companies that have a legitimate business impact. And I'm going to share with you guys one today that I've invested a lot of money in. First and foremost, ZoomInfo. ZoomInfo is a database to go find direct lines and emails, confirm people at organizations. I never call someone unless I can find them in ZoomInfo because I want to confirm they're at the company. Because if I'm calling people that aren't actually at the company, that's going to kill my answer rates. It's going to be a waste of your time. ZoomInfo is number 1. That is the most essential tool I use. Actually, one of them. They're all essential. I invested heavily in that stock because it's business essential, drives outcomes. So go check out that. Number 2 is Salesforce. Of course, you know what that is. Number 3 is going to be outreach. Outreach is what houses and stores all of my calls, all of my emails. It's how I prioritize my day. A quick pro tip, if you're using outreach, set up automated voice messages. Think about how long it takes to leave a voice message, 30 to 45 seconds. You can automate it and start to do that and leave a voice message after every call. That will increase your response rates. LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Many of you guys probably use that, and that plays into our 3rd prospecting strategy using LinkedIn. So Salesforce, ZoomInfo, LinkedIn Sales Nav, outreach. Those are really the big four that I use. There's some other tools as well, but those are the big four. Those are going to be what's most important. When you're cold calling, guys, a couple things to keep in mind is you always need to make your ask, just like when I make my ask to you guys to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. If I don't say that, you may not be as inclined to do it. So when you're making the cold calls, you always need to make sure you're making your ask. In emails, I'm going to brush over this because I really want to share with you guys really how you generate artificial warmth. I think that's going to be what's most impactful to this and really what I've learned over 2 years. But pretty much in cold emails, the biggest thing you need to know is, do you spend all the time customizing the emails and really being curated with your information? That takes a lot of time. Or do you just try and fire off as many as you can and be a volume player? I think the best answer is a hybrid approach. Me personally, I'm a volume player, and this is the example I like to share. If you have really great custom messaging and you're sending that to 5 C-level people, hopefully you get one response. And if you get that one response, it's probably going to turn into a great meeting. If I use more canned generic messages, but I send that messaging to 25, 30 people, I may get 2 or 3 responses. That meeting may not be quite as good as that first one, but at least I'm getting in different companies. At least I'm getting my company name out there, and at least I'm getting some exposure. So I'm always an advocate from an emailing standpoint. Try and send more emails than less. Try and customize it, even if it's just a sentence, even if it's just a word, to make it look and feel like that company and what's going to resonate with that prospect. Just try and be quick with it. Try and just understand the industry and then funnel in your own insights that you know. So use a hybrid approach. Just try and send a lot of emails. Finally, LinkedIn prospecting. I don't do this a ton. It's something I want to get better at, but you can actually leave LinkedIn voice messages on your phone if you're a first connection with someone. That's really interesting. I primarily use LinkedIn for LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I pretty much will search my company. I'll go in and search for my buyer persona in the title, and that's how I find the people. So a lot of that, I'm sure some of you guys knew about a lot of that, but this is what I want you to know. The top 3 ways to generate artificial warmth, and when you're actually going and finding people to fill up in your sequences, finding people to call, finding people to email, finding people to reach out to, you need to look for these 3 things. First and foremost, interesting moments. You may call this different, and your company may not have the marketing resources to bring people to your website or different webinars and whatnot, but in Salesforce, I can generate what's called an interesting moments report. So I can see a comprehensive list of people, prospects that are in my accounts that have viewed my company website, that have viewed a webinar, that have downloaded content, that have done something like that. And now we're getting in the territory of inbound, really warm leads. I'm a hunter. I have to go find all my leads, but you need to be able to warm things up and find the low-hanging fruit. And people that view your website, people that download content are low-hanging fruit. So prioritize all of your outreach around people that fit into that category, interesting moments. Refresh it daily. See if you can find a list like that. Go figure out how to generate a report to find people like that. Number 2, lost opportunities, deal dead, whatever you call it. People that have spoken with your company in the past, went through a sales cycle, and at one point fell off that sales cycle and didn't actually close the deal. Maybe the timing wasn't right. Maybe they didn't have budget. Maybe they went with another vendor, but maybe something's changed and just changes. And just because someone isn't interested today, just because someone says no doesn't mean they're not interested. It just means they're not interested today. That's where I was going with that, guys. And sorry if I'm having a tough time getting through this. I've been grinding this week in my software sales job. I have a big day tomorrow, so I've kind of been rushing through this and just trying to get you guys the information that I think is going to be most impactful. So interesting moment, lost opportunities, and finally cross-sell. If your company sells product A, okay, if you sell product A and let's say that customer you're calling has bought product B. They already own a license of your company of product B, but you sell product A. Call them and say, hey, you guys have product B. Let's see if we can sell you product A, something like that. It's called cross-sell. So make sure to figure out what companies have an existing license, have an existing spend, and then you go and try and upsell and cross-sell them, and that's just low-hanging fruit. So those are the big 3. Interesting moment, lost opportunities, cross-sell, upsell, and then of course the big 3 from a prospecting standpoint, cold call, email, using LinkedIn. I'm sure you guys have some questions or want to ask specifics, so make sure to hit me up in the comments below. Let me know how I can help. Let me know what questions you have. Also reach out to me on LinkedIn and I guarantee I will get back to you. Now it's time to reveal the 2 winners of this big time sweepstakes. We have limited funding on this channel because we only have 1,000 subscribers and we need more of you guys to smash the like button so we can kind of grow the audience and improve the budget. But we had a $50 budget, and we asked you guys to comment down below. The goal of this channel was 10,000 subscribers, but I realized that's small think. I was thinking too small. The new goal is 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So that's what I actually should have done. But I had you guys fill out your best guess of number between 0 and 10,000. We had over 90 comments. It was really exciting. I enjoyed hearing from you guys, and I got back to each and every one of you. We had 2 winners. So they're splitting the $50 prize. I'm going to grab drinks tomorrow at happy hour, and that's going to be an expensive Uber. So I would give both you guys 50, but the budget's a little low right now. And the winners of this are, and I messaged them on LinkedIn, so you guys have verification that it's legit. The winners are Daniel Angelino and Lauren. Couple things about this, guys. Really excited about this. Daniel messaged me on LinkedIn. Hi, Trent. I'm looking to start a career as an SDR, and I found your YouTube channel. Thank you for creating such clear and helpful content. I look forward to seeing you succeed. When you create value, the success follows. He's exactly right. And let me show this to you guys. They both guessed 215, and as I wrote this on the post note earlier in this week, 215. Just so you guys had proof verification. I didn't do any timestamps, but I hope you guys trust me. They both guessed 215, so that's what we went with. So, and then Lauren, I actually work with Lauren. I know she's been a long-time viewer. Lauren, if you're watching, really appreciate you. And I'm happy to see such great members of this community to win the prize. Not just folks that stopped by for that one video, but I know Daniel, he messaged me that on, I don't actually know the day, but yeah, he sent me a really friendly message on LinkedIn. And Lauren, we work together, so I'm happy to Venmo you 25. So as soon as I hear back from you guys on LinkedIn, I'll hit you with that 25. But if you're still watching, whoever you are, wherever you may be, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate the support. Leave me a comment down below with your question. Let me know how I can help. Hit the like button, subscribe below. Okay, I think I've done everything, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Enjoy your St. Patty's Day weekend if we don't talk again. Bye.